Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. I wanted to do a welcome video to all the people who are coming over to Franklin Covey because of the Teresa Collins collab. I'm so excited for this. This is so good to just have people fall in love with Franklin Covey due to this wonderful collaboration with Teresa Collins. I have here the pink classic binder. I am surprised at just the beauty of it. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's perfect. I love it. Many of you are new to Franklin Covey and don't really know why they're different than other companies. Franklin Covey is amazing. I have several Franklin Covey planners. I have one in front of me now, which is my current classic. It is a vintage classic Aurora. I have a classic Marabella. These are genuine leather. The Teresa Collins collaboration stays in line with their planners. Franklin Covey does have other simulated leather like the Teresa Collins. The Teresa Collins binders come in black, gold, and this pink, which this is kind of a muted, I want to say it's kind of like a grayish pink. It's beautiful. So I wanted to kind of go over some tips. When I first started, I didn't understand the differences between sizes. So for the Teresa Collins girls who aren't familiar with Franklin Covey, I wanted to give you an idea of what makes Franklin Covey different than a typical A5. So the easiest way for me to do that is to show you the number one thing that is the biggest difference. Franklin Covey has 7 rings. A typical A5 has 6. The standard A5 has 6 rings. That's the number one difference between your classic Franklin Covey Teresa Collins binder and any other A5 binder. Here is a Prima binder, which is an A5 binder, and you'll notice here that there are 6 rings, 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. This is a standard A5 planner. The inserts kind of vary, but typically the inserts for a standard A5 is 5.75 by 825, and you'll see that shortly. So standard has 6 rings. Franklin Covey equivalent to A5s is called the classic size, and it has 7 rings. There's not 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. They're evenly spread out for 7 rings. Now, for those of you that want to personalize, there are ways that you can do that, but I want to show you the difference between a typical A5. This is a typical or standard A5, 5.75, 8.25. Okay, this is a standard A5. For Franklin Covey, there's, again, you'll notice that the holes don't line up, because Franklin Covey has 7 rings and a standard A5 has 6. Franklin Covey is 5.5 by 8.5. This is a half page. This is why we call it half letter size. Classic is a half letter size. So there's 11. And therefore, when you're ordering things online for your planner, you want to order half letter size, 5.5 by 8.5. So they are considered half letter size. What I tend to do when I order online, if it doesn't specifically say Franklin Covey, I ask for the inserts to be unpunched, because the Franklin Covey Classic has its own punch. And let me just show you here. You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as opposed to the 6. So this hole punch, if you order things online, you'll just ask for them to be half letter unpunched. I would purchase a Franklin Covey classic hole punch so that you can personalize your planner any way you like. Basically, a full letter size is a half letter is your classic. If you were to do that here, you'll see that it comes just short. So let's see, the easiest way I can do this is a standard A5 is wider but shorter than the half letter. See, so if I put this behind, you'll see that the Franklin Covey insert is taller and the standard A5 is wider. So when you're going to order things online, the key is to do half letter size versus A5 size. So that's just something to keep in mind. Also, you're able to create your own inserts if you want to personalize it simply by printing on 8.5 by 11 and just cutting the page in half and doing your designs on Canva or whatever software you use, because half the page, if I just were to fold this in half, if I can fold it in half because I'm such a perfectionist, that's a half, it's just a half page. That equals your Franklin Covey half letter page. Just hole punch and you get your Teresa Collins and you just slip it on and there is your half page. So that's really the key point that I wanted to point out to the Teresa Collins newbies who are coming to Franklin Covey due to this wonderful collaboration, is just get yourself a Franklin Covey 7-hole punch. This is the classic size. That way you're able to personalize your planner and add things that you want. Franklin Covey has wonderful planners. I hope that helps. Thanks everybody.